is hit. Ben Potenziano running out to check on the well-being of Andrew McCutchen. He says he's all right. The bases are loaded again, full of Bucks. Shoulder. 1-0. Now the Dodgers and Pirates have had these battles in the past, but not in the recent past. Justin Wilson's been ejected from the ball game. Andrew McCutchen was hit by Jamie Wright. Clint Hurdle's coming out, and he looks like he's pretty upset. Clayton Kershaw was the pitcher on Sunday night in St. Louis, and now Clint Hurdle's been thrown out of the ball game. Jeff Nelson, the crew chief, has sent him for the Dodgers. And Russell Martin is hit by a pitch. That's the second man right is hit, and he's not ejected. Why is he not ejected? It was not a fastball up and in, but
well, the umpire has the discretion to decide in his mind whether it's intentional or not.
Don Mattingly wants to come out, and he's going to see if Wright is okay. One of the trainers coming out with him. And before the bat, A.J. Ellis. You wonder what they're talking about. Maybe brace yourself.
Oh, up and into Craig, and he's hit by the pitch. And Sanchez has been thrown out. Immediately ejected from the game. Here comes Clint Hurdle. And he is going to make sure and get his piece. Up and in to Alan Craig, who glared right back at Sanchez. And you have to wonder how long Clint Hurdle stays in this game.
You know, this is one of the first times I've ever seen this, and this is why I always say when they warn people, it's really, you know, kind of a farce. And now Clint's been thrown out of the ball game also. But if you think a pitcher intentionally is thrown at somebody, you can throw him out without a warning. I know Clint's going out there and said, look, this kid has struggled. He's trying to find his command. He's not trying to hit anybody, but he's trying to keep it out of the sweet part of the bat. And I think that probably is realistic.
Right around 300, 304. And Marte is hit by a pitch.
That's scary. It's in the hand.
He is frustrated. He thinks
that's never good.
That is not good. I'm sure he thinks there's something wrong. And the Pirates cannot afford to have anything wrong with Starling Marte right now.
And you immediately think when you got hit in the hands, a lot of bones, fingers, wrist area, and you get hit with a heavy fastball like that in the hand. You always worry that something might be broken.
And he's hit again. Lance Lynn has hit him again. And now some barking from the Pirates dugout, and Tim Timmons, who's already given the hook to two Pirates tonight, is getting close to maybe doing it again, and this time bench coach Jeff Bannister is in his sights, and he's throwing him out. And Banny had his back to him. Banny was walking away. He wasn't even looking at it. Well, Robbie, you're right down there. You're pretty close to Jay Bell, and you're in between the argument.
Yeah, Jay Bell is about 3.5, 4 feet from me right now, yelling at Tim Timmons. And the argument, Jay was saying, hey, why didn't he get tossed? Tim Timmons held out his fingers to just a couple inches apart and said he moved that much. He moved that much, meaning that Starling Marte didn't move or put enough of an effort to get out of the way of that hit by pitch. A couple more words, all of a sudden Timmons turned around and threw him from the game pretty quickly, Tim.
Upstairs to Craig. Remember, he was the one that was hit back in the first.
That was just a sign of tired arm right there. Breaking ball and just got away from him.
Oh, up and in, and on his back, Lance Lynn.
That ball kind of had to run on it going up and in, but that was one that he's thinking about right now.
And Sanchez is hit by a pitch. Third Pirate to be hit. Marte twice. And Sanchez here. So actually 2 people, but there's been 3 hit batsmen.
You determine what's intentional. What's the sense of having a warning? I think it's hilarious.
And it hit him. The last thing any pitcher wants to do is hit a batter with an 0-2 count.
On the air, yeah.
On the air. And if you're Bernardini gets hit, I think, would hit the bat. No, he got hit. Oh, that hit him. That hurt a little bit. And Martin glares at Strasburg as he runs to first. Well, there's a 4th hit batsman today, and an inopportune moment. Oh, my goodness. Zimmerman goes down in a heap. And that is the 5th time today a player has been hit by a pitch.
And you just don't see that at the major league level. Command to here today has been suspect on both sides as far as guys getting hit by pitches. I mean, you might see one on a given day, but this is the big leagues, and 5 guys getting hit in one game, and there's been no ill will. They haven't been on purpose. It's a close game. You don't want to put anybody on, but you see Ryan Zimmerman with a little chuckle there at first base, saying they got me right in the foot.
Of course, the Dodgers were playing the Giants. Puig at the plate, and the pitch is at his feet. He leaps in the air trying to get out of the way of it, and I believe it hit him on the foot. And Puig is furious now at Bumgarner, and he would love to have a card on him. And both teams come out now to make sure no punches thrown. Puig, of course, was hit on the elbow last night, and now he's hit on the foot. Both bullpens empty. That's a show of whatever. Mattingly, meanwhile, trying to kind of okay, saying, that's it, okay. So Puig had fire in his eyes when that pitch hit him on the foot, and he is still staring at Bumgarner. Bumgarner did not leave the mound. It's not as if he was going to charge Puig. He was going to stay where he was. Dave Righetti is talking to Madison Bumgarner. But again, you go back to that home run when Bumgarner was angry. I'm not saying he hit him on purpose. I don't mean that at all. I just mean their
perception that we have in the game today with starting pitchers or pitching in general.
How about that right there? That one thrown right at Votto. And we've been wondering, would we see any sort of retaliation based on what's happened in each of the first 2 games of this series? And Votto handles it like a professional, rather than starting to cuss and scream and yell and walk to first. He just flips the bat, runs down to first base.
Had to know it was coming. Now it's over with.